Cool. Got one. This holds up. Hey everybody, Jordan here from Iron and Grit, and I just got a enormous grocery haul, which I'm going to present to you all right now. And yeah, we're going to get big, we're going to get strong, we're going to get shredded, we're going to get back to it, and it starts right now. So here we go. Went to the grocery store, got a bunch of stuff. I'm going to walk through it, I'm going to talk through it, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do with it and why I'm doing it. And we're just going to jump into it. This is off the cuff, and we're going to have fun. Here we go. So, it is December 8th or 9th or something that I'm filming this. I don't know when you're going to see it, but after Thanksgiving Day here in the U.S., turkeys, 99 cents per pound, and buy one, get one. They're normally like $2.99 a pound. So, I got about 22 pounds of protein here that I could literally curl these. My arms are getting tired just holding them. That, I think both these turkeys combined were $12 for both of them. So that's going to be like at least 16 to 18 pounds of meat. We're going to make Sammys out of them. We're going to make, I don't know, you can make a casserole. You can make whatever you want out of them. But at the end of the day, we're going to bake them up, and we're going to eat good, and we're going to eat clean for a little while and get hit our protein daily intake with these guys, among some other things. So we'll start with the protein since we want to prioritize that, right? Rack of ribs. This was also on sale. I think it was like $1.99 a pound. So what I do is I toss these in a crock pot with some apple juice, season them up, a little bit of brown sugar, just to give it that sweetness and that caramelization on top. And then, special blends of herb and spices. And, if you want me to show a recipe for it, let me know in the comments, and maybe I'll put something together. They are very good. And they fall off the bone, dude. They're so tender. They're awesome. What we got here? Chicken thigh. So bone in, skin on, chicken thigh. That's usually the best deal too, because it's less processed, it's less work they have to go through to actually get the chicken to you. They don't have to shred the skin off, they don't have to pull the bones out. But honestly, there's more flavor. Obviously there's more fat with the skin, but there's more flavor with the skin. And honestly, you can just bake it, peel it off, bake it in the oven, bake it in the air fryer. I've done both. Both turns out great. The bone, cooking it with the bone in, I think gives you more nutrients because there's a lot of nutrition, minerals, vitamins that get stored within the bones, not only from the animal, but with us and any kind of organic creature with bones. So, and a cool thing is you can also repurpose the bones. You can make a broth out of them, something that's really savory and good, and also a great seasonal thing to make too, especially up here in the north, the cold winters, a good nourishing broth, just warms your soul. It's amazing. All right, we got that. Next, bacon. This needs no introduction. I just try to find the stuff that looks the cleanest, has the least amount of preservatives. This does have, well, pork, obviously. It has water, sea salt, cane sugar, cultured celery juice, and sherry powder. Sherry powder is probably just for like maybe a hint of flavor. I gotta back up a little bit. It's cutting my top of my head off. And you're gonna be hard pressed to find any kind of packaged bacon. I don't know why I had to look at it. I know what it is. But you're going to be hard-pressed to find any packaged bacon at any grocery store that comes from a factory without sugar in it. But luckily, it's a low amount of sugar. On the back there, it even says total sugar 0. So that means it's minuscule, but just enough for your tongue and your taste buds to notice it and make it that much saltier and that much better. Because salt and sugar, they have kind of that interplay together where if you ever had ice cream and put like a little bit of salt on it, or cookies. I know we're talking about getting ripped and getting shredded here, but I really am a fat kid at heart. And I love my cheat meals, love my desserts, I love my sweets. Full disclosure, I do enjoy them a lot. But point being, if you take something sweet and add a little bit of salt on it, it just brings out that sweetness a lot more. Brings out that flavor a lot more. Anyway, so we're gonna keep this rolling because I want to keep it short. We got a lot to get through. Red skin potatoes. We're gonna bake them. We're gonna mash them, and we're gonna keep it simple with these. We're not gonna be too cute. We're not gonna do the au gratin thing. Well, we might, but hard to have time for that, especially if you're working and you're working out and you're trying to do other things on top of that. Sweet potatoes. Bake them up, mash them up. Classic. Throw some butter on them. Sweet potato is probably one of the best carbohydrate sources you can get. Really good for your appendix, or your pancreas rather. I'm not sure, it's probably good for everything about you. But yeah, excellent carb source. Sweet potatoes. You can get a sack of these for like $3. I think they were like 99 cents a pound or something like that. So not bad. Moving over here, mangoes. I just love mangoes. And sometimes I want something sweet. I'm starting to eat a lot cleaner, a little bit cleaner. Yeah, I haven't been eating that great lately in terms of like the quality of my diet, but we're gonna turn a new leaf here starting today. And yeah, if I get a craving, rather than reach for like a Rice Krispie treat or something, even though there are some things wrong with it, depending on what your goals are. Need something sweet, grab some fruit. They're great. Big fan of mangoes. Other fruits here. We got limes. In case I want to have an adult beverage, put a little lime with my tequila soda. And then I do enjoy my lemon water. I'll do, where is it? Oh, hang on one second. So I'll get one of these guys. Like this is a 1 quart mason jar. Fill this up with some water. I'll squeeze half of a lemon in there. And then a pinch of this Celtic sea salt just to get some, obviously some sodium. And then, a couple other essential nutrients and minerals in there. So that's kind of my main drink throughout the day. Water with lemon. Okay, what else we got? Sorry to keep going off screen like that, but didn't plan the late night, and we're gonna keep going. Here we go. Brussels sprouts, just to get some roughage in your diet, and they're easy to cook, man. You just cut the tips off, that part right here. You just cut that part off right there, run them through some water to clean them off, let them bake for a little bit. You can drizzle some olive oil over them, because there's not much fat content and they're kind of leafy, so they might burn a little bit easier than if you don't keep an eye on them. But yeah, just drizzle some olive oil on them, salt, pepper, and you're set. They're good. Good enough as is. Tomatoes. Throw them in tacos, and you can make a salad. I'm in a salad too. Cucumber, just to get some extra vegetables in your diet. Garlic. I got another clove of garlic, but it is rolled on the floor. I did drop it, but we got another one as backup just in case. Really good for you. It has precursors to natural production of testosterone, so bad for your breath, good for your testosterone. Eat a lot of it, and then just brush your teeth. We've got a couple oddballs over here. Well, I'll get to those oddballs in a second. These are some of the you probably are aware of, at least one of them. Asparagus, just to get some vegetables in your diet. Good stuff. Lots of vitamins, minerals. Make that, dude, anything. Like all my meals, protein, vegetable. Not all of them, but protein, and then just add a vegetable to it. That's why I got the asparagus. That's why I got the Brussels sprouts. And then also individual dates. These are great. Kind of for the same reason that I had the mangoes, just a nice snack. They're good for you. They are kind of high in sugar, but they are very filling and they are delicious, and I like them a lot. So that's why I keep them in my kitchen. Also phenomenal for bulking. Like tall glass of whole milk or chocolate milk, even though chocolate milk can be kind of sweet with the dates, but I don't know. I think it's really good together. And you can dip these in peanut butter. And actually, if you saw on Instagram, I do take regular butter, and I'll slice it into really thin ribbons. And I'll take a date, cut this in half, and then just put the ribbon of butter in there, and then put a little bit of salt on there, and dude, it's so good. That's like my dessert. I'm sure there's better things for you, but it's better than a cake or a muffin. Vanilla extract. We're gonna make something out of this. I don't know what it's gonna be yet. Actually, some overnight oats. We're gonna get to that kind of carby stuff here in a little bit. And this was an impulse purchase. I do like Bragg's apple cider vinegar, and I saw this, and I know the herbs and the spices have a lot of good trace elements and trace minerals and nutrients. Stumbling over my words because I'm just trying to get through this quickly because I got some work to do tonight for my actual job. So yeah, all kinds of stuff in here. There's literally I'll let you pause and read it, but there's literally 24 different herbs and spices in here. So it's just a good way to kind of hit all your bases and get some of those trace nutrients and minerals. Especially if you go for the seasons, especially if you're up north in the wintertime, it's good to get some fresh herbs and some fresh spices. They do the body good. Anyway, and they add a lot of flavor too. What else we got? Let me tell you. Coffee. I'm kind of a coffee snob. I got some of this. Full bean. Splurged on an espresso machine recently, and I've been making a lot of that lately. Some espresso, some Americano, and I just wanted some nice coffee beans to go with it. So plus you're waking up early to work out, or you just need some extra energy throughout the day. Or if you want to do a natural pre-workout, double shot of espresso, you're good to go. Up next, we've got protein pancakes and waffle mix. Freaking love a fluffy stack of flapjacks, so that's why I got these. Good amount of protein in the Kodiak brand. Big fan of this. 15 grams of protein for a half cup mix, according to the box. About three 4-inch flapjacks. I'll probably have 3 times that serving size in a single setting. And I'll usually eat it for dessert or something. If I'm really feeling it on a Sunday, a nice, easy, leisurely day, and just want to have a good breakfast, maybe I'll do this. But it's a good snack. I usually just eat these as a snack. Also, for whatever reason, I was craving cornbread. So I picked this up today. Actually, I know why, because I have some chili that was made earlier this week that I want to eat tonight before it goes bad. And I was like, you know what? Cornbread sounds really good. So I'm going to make this. I'm going to slather it in butter. Purely for enjoyment. Purely for enjoyment. So that's what that's for. Some cheese. You never go wrong with having the cheese. Toss them on some tacos. But everything. I'm gonna put some of this on my chili later. How I like to do my tacos, I'll get some corn tortillas, a bunch of them. I'll put them like this, and I'll put them on a pan. Where's my pan? The pan's not here right now. But I'll put them on a baking sheet rather, and then I'll sprinkle some cheese on them, throw them in the oven, a couple of minutes, and then before they'll start to like curl up like this. You know, like when you get a pepperoni pizza and the pepperonis go like this, you'll notice the edges of the tortillas start to curl up. They start to make a little cup or a little bowl. When they start to do that, and the edges kind of look like they're starting to cook on the perimeter there, take it out. And what you do is you take one tortilla here, another one here, both of them have cheese on them, slap them together. I don't know what you call that, almost like a gordita, but tastes incredible. And it's also a good way to add some fat content to those corn tortillas, because I prefer the corn over the flour. They just agree with me better. And I kind of like the texture and the taste. And they soften up those corn tortillas and they just make them really chewy and delicious. And it's so good. I had tacos like 3 out of my past 4 meals from now. Next, eggs, classic. I hard-boiled a bunch of eggs earlier. That's gonna be my breakfast, you know, if I'm on the go. Put some olive oil on those hard-boiled eggs, and I kind of soft boil them. You know, I want the yolks a little jammy, so I'll boil them. Get the pot to a rolling boil for about 8 minutes. Yeah, get it to a rolling boil. Put the eggs in there, cook them for about 8 minutes. Take them out. It's perfect. Peel them up. Put them in the fridge. You got eggs whenever you want them. So super easy breakfast, super easy snack if you're hungry. And then you know you can put Tabasco sauce on them. You can put salt and pepper on them. You can put some extra virgin olive oil on them, and yeah, it's great. 100% pure maple syrup. Check the label on the maple syrup. Make sure there's no corn syrup on there or high fructose corn syrup on there. That's no bueno. You want the real stuff from the trees. Also had from the sap of the trees. And they boil down, condenses all those nutrients and minerals. It's basically the blood of the tree is what the sap is. And it turns into the syrup and you get a lot of good vitamins and minerals from it. So go that route. It might be a little pricier. Actually, it is a little bit pricier, but your body will thank you. So will your taste buds. And honestly, so will the people that are making this stuff. Because I don't know about you, but I don't personally know anybody that makes maple syrup. But yeah, this was kind of a purchase that, I don't know, makes a pleasure. Doesn't matter. All right, let's go. Next, blueberries. Good for the brain. They're a nice snack. Actually, I think they're relatively low in sugar. You can throw these in, throw them on the flapjacks that you make. I'm going to toss them in my overnight oats that I'm going to make. My overnight oats, that's going to be like one of my snacks rather than, you know, reaching for the cookies in the cookie jar or whatever. And these are some fatties, dude. Look at how big. These are like the size of the gumballs that you used to be able to get out of a quarter machine, like the big fatties. Like literally, these are almost, some of these are like as big around as a quarter. Like look at this guy, he's a monster. That guy right there, that's like a bigger, it's not the best angle, but yeah, he's about as big around as a quarter. So, and I heard that the blueberries from Peru, those are the best. That's where these are from, and they were on sale. So I got 2. And actually, that's what I had for breakfast today was some blueberries. These are just good to have in a pinch. I got nothing else to say about that, but just coming clean. That yeah, these are phenomenal cookies. They actually are pretty clean. Like if you look at it, it does have some palm oil, but it's very, 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 very low. I gotta get this angle right. It's gonna take me a little bit of adjusting to get back into the filming. You know what I mean? So. Got some palm oil in here, but everything else is actually pretty clean. It's got a flour blend, oat, tapioca, potato starch, chocolate chunks with real sugar and cocoa butter, a little bit of palm oil, and then filtered water in here, cocoa powder, etc., etc. But, you know, when I have a cheat day, that's what these are planned for, and they're on sale. I think they're like $2 off, and these are some of the best. Like if you want something quick, easy, you know, a little snack to get you over the hump. Not bad. Try them out. Unless you're on like a super hard cut, then no, don't take them. Don't eat them. But if you're not, and you want to give yourself a little wiggle room, could be the way to go. Lots of greens. Good for you. Spinach. Yeah, all baby spinach here. I'll throw them in like an egg omelet or something like that. Or sometimes I'll just saute it, maybe with some mushrooms and some olive oil, salt and pepper, and it's freaking delicious. So. Or yeah, maybe I'll throw it in like an omelet or scramble in my eggs or make a quiche or something with it. And then if I want like salads for lunch, which I plan on pre-making and tossing into these things here. I got all my meal prep containers. Some of them are dirty, but yeah, like a big meal prep container here. And then there's other ones that are like salad size that are about, I don't know, 60% of this capacity. I think this one is like a 10 cup. Then I have a bunch of like 6-cup ones and then 3-cup ones, depending on what I'm prepping. Anyway, the plan is eat at least 1 salad per day. That's what we're moving on. Almost to this, guys. Thanks for hanging in there with me. I'm not really a bread guy, but when I do eat bread, I usually go with this because it is the cleanest ingredient label that I've ever seen. No preservatives, so you do have to keep it in the freezer. But you know, if I want toast or like an avocado toast, or maybe I've got a guest over and I want to make something that has bread, I've got some bread. Polenta, it's literally just corn, but it's really freaking good. It's an Italian dish. It goes well with like a bolognese or something like that. I know probably more on the low carb end of the spectrum here on this side of the YouTube, but every once in a while, if you're craving some carbs or craving something starchy, this is a good way to go. Relatively clean, no preservatives or anything like that. Literally plucked from the earth, ground up in the mill, and that's what you got. Really good stuff. Hemp seeds, gonna throw these on my overnight oats. Also good if you want to toss them in some yogurt or something like that. Or maybe some chia pudding, which I also make and am partial to. Some oats. Speaking of overnight oats, that's what these are for. 6 grams of protein, which was higher than the other normal brand that you get that's in like the cylinder. It looks like a silo. But yeah, I like Bob's because he puts out some good stuff. Never been disappointed. Couple more, here we go. Milk, some goat milk for my overnight oats. And this is also, I'm actually gonna experiment with the goat milk. Most recipes call for regular milk. I'm gonna try with the goat milk. The goat milk is a little more, gamey isn't the right word, but it does taste a little bit different. Some people might even say it's funky, but I like it. Weird saying I like something funky, but hey, it might sound weird, but it is really good. I like goat milk, haven't had it in a while. So I picked that up, and then just regular milk too. Oh, I remember why. Because the cornbread that I talked about earlier, that calls for regular milk, and I just felt weird putting the goat milk in it, even though I'm gonna put it in my overnight oats, but yeah, that's why I got this milk, even though I'm not a big milk drinker. I have actually been drinking a lot of chocolate milk lately, but it's like very, very, very lightly pasteurized, lightly processed, and it's so good. Anyway, and I kind of just drink it as like a snack. I don't have it, you know, as a pairing with my like individual dates. Very bulking. Probably not the best for cutting, but. And then these were just, yeah, some sparkling waters. Sometimes just eating regular flat water gets dull, even if you do put a lot of lemon and salt in there to keep the flavor profile up. But yeah, and also if I have guests over, it's kind of what this is for. You know, if I want to make like some sort of drink, maybe a ranch water or whatever. Yeah, that's what these are for. Anyway, cool. I think we went through everything. That's everything I got today. Yeah, the game plan is get back to it. Been a lot going on the past little while, and it's time to fire it back up again. So thanks for sticking in there. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. Be happy to answer them. And if you want to see me make anything like the overnight oats, if you're curious about that recipe or the chia pudding or like how I prepare any of this food here, let me know. And I will be happy to consider that for another piece of content. So thanks for hanging in there, guys. Don't forget, I gotta plug it, like, and subscribe. Let me know if you want to see anything else, but feels good to be back. Let's get it.